Hey there, it's Juju, and it's day 371 of this administration, and this is what we have come to. People being executed in cold blood in our streets. I have seen the videos of Alex Preddy being killed from all three angles, and it's hard to watch these videos, and you will not get it out of your mind once you have seen it, but it's important. And I will sit with anyone who thinks that this man caused the harm and watch that video, because I'd like to see the same thing, because people are, I don't understand. Are they looking at a different video? And with Renee Good, the one that Google the New York Times, where it has all three videos and breaks it down frame by frame, because one video perspective can be it can look like from Renee Good. If you just saw the video that was from above, it does almost look like she hit him. But when you see it from the side and you see that his feet are far away from the car, in this video, there's one from inside the coffee shop. There's one, it was just the latest that was released that shows it all clearly as it happening. And Alex Preddy, who was a ICU nurse at the Veterans Hospital, a helper, and yes, he had a gun. He was he had a conceal and carry. Now, I don't think anyone should have conceal and carry personally, but that is the law, and all of you Second Amendment people should be standing up. Kyle Rittenhouse, you were all over. He had a rifle. This guy had a gun legally that he never even drew. He had his cell phone up. It is so clear in the footage. But so I will say his name, Alex Preddy. He was a helper and a nurse and someone who made the difference. And after he was executed in the streets, they stood around. They ran away and stood around. So I want to talk about law enforcement. And I think that you should talk to law enforcement, because the law enforcement officers that I'm seeing, ICE is not law enforcement. They are undertrained. They don't know what they're doing. They don't understand rights. They are... From the Border Patrol, they're taking all these people who are used to working on the border, not dealing with American citizens. These are American citizens, and he was not impeding. He has the right to be out there with his cell phone. It wasn't a gun, and it was clearly not a gun. And if you watch the video, you will see that it's not a gun. But that's not what I wanted to talk about today. This is going to be a long video because I want to talk about nonviolence. And first, I want to say the three names of warriors for peace and nonviolence. And that is Alex Preddy, Renee Nicole Good, and Mark Miles in Alabama, who was recently killed by another man, not by the police. But these are all three people that are working for nonviolence. I want to go over the 6 rules of nonviolence. And the first one is that nonviolence is the way of life for courageous people. And boy, can we see that that is true. These 3 people gave their life for nonviolence. Second, the beloved community is the framework for the future. And the beloved community is everyone. It's the people on the ground being executed, and it's the ones that execute them. And which leads to the next law, which is attack forces of evil, not people doing evil. And the forces of evil is this government, which is trying to have you, it's the emperor's new clothes, that they think that you will not believe your eyes, that if they tell you that this is what happened, that you're going to believe it. And one of the beauties of today is there's cell phones, everywhere, and this is being recorded, and that's why it's more important than ever to be courageous. And now you can die doing this, but it needs to be documented so we can see clearly what is happening. So attack forces of evil, not people doing evil. Avoid physical violence and violence of the soul. And that's what these people in Minnesota are so bravely doing. They are avoiding physical violence, and these ICE agents are committing not only physical violence, but violence to their own souls. And they will have to deal with that for the rest of their lives. Accept suffering for the good of the cause without retaliation. And these three people, Alex Priddy, Nicole Good, Mark Miles, gave their lives for this principle without retaliation. So the rest of us must, follow the without retaliation. Because what they want is they want riots. This government is the federal government and a president who doesn't remove the ICE agents at this point. They are not, this is not about immigration. This is not about public safety. What about states' rights? They've asked them to pull them out. They are not needed. Accept suffering without retaliation for the good of the cause. Thank you, Nicole, Alex, and Mark. And finally, the arc of the universe is long, but it leans towards justice. And that is hard to see in moments like this, but I believe it's true. And long means long, may not be in my lifetime, but things have things swing. We swang, and look what we got. But we're going to be swinging back, because I do believe that Americans have goodness in them. They may be misguided, they may be getting misinformation, but I really don't think that Americans, if they had the information that someone was in the streets with a cell phone recording activity by the police, which is in our constitutional rights, that they should be thrown to the ground and executed. I don't think most Americans really, regardless of your politics. And finally, with George Floyd, when George Floyd was killed, it was during the pandemic, so part of this is like people are working, they don't see what's going on. If everyone saw that video just like they saw George Floyd, across the board, there was no, immediate defense of that police officer. And there should be no immediate defense. Investigation, yes, you can investigate, but to just say that and then to blame the victim, that's where we are today. But I do believe nonviolence is the appropriate response. So this is Juju, unfiltered, unscripted, unedited, and my heart hurts. I have to keep coming back to moments of peace and love and sit and look at the river, because everything, this too shall pass. Lead with love.